Mike Huber, Moneyball Hitter Magazine. Thanks for joining us today. Today we're talking about the Minnesota Twins in the AL Central, the last place Twins. Now, usually when you come in last place, you don't hit very well. However, the Twins are a little bit different. I see some upside. I see some potential. I see some good things going on. They just had one of the worst pitching staffs. And if their hitting keeps progressing like it did this year, not the year before that, but this year, with all the young hitters that they have a chance to have a Moneyball hitting championship offensive team. How about that? There's some things that need to happen because they're not quite there yet. They hit 254 this year, very average. And they slugged 389, which is below average. Okay, but they hit 242, I think, the year before, so they went up 10, 12 points. Okay, so we just need to know if we're going to give the hitting coach. We know we like to talk about hitting coaches, and I've pinpointed pretty successfully why hitting coaches really do not make a big difference in Major League Baseball, and if anything, they're ruining hitters, especially the young ones. If I hadn't made that point, I'll make it again here, okay? I do like Tom Brunansky, though, because I remember Tom playing in the major leagues. He was a 25 home run guy, hit pretty high batting average. Okay, at least we got a guy in here who's was successful and knew how to put up some big numbers, batting average and power numbers, because that's the Moneyball formula. Doesn't mean he can teach it, but maybe he's halfway there. I don't know. I think he's in his third year. His first year, the team hit 260, which is a little bit above average. Then they dipped down 20 points to 242 in 2013, and they went back up to 254. So I don't know if Tom knows anything. Maybe Tom doesn't know if Tom knows anything. I don't know. You know, Usually when you don't know anything, you're just going up and down and up and down and up and down instead of progressively up, like the Moneyball hitting coaches do. Okay? So, he's probably on pins and needles because he knows that he's got a lot of potential. He's got Paul Molitor, Hall of Fame ex-player for the Twins, one of the greatest right-handed hitters of all time, coming in as the manager. Not that he knows a lot about being a manager or a coach or anything, um, but he's going to be a face, like the Chicago White Sox got the face. They got Robin Ventura here. They haven't really won. Doesn't mean you're going to win, but they got the face, which means they're pretty serious about wanting to win in Minnesota. And Molitor's decided to keep Brunansky, unlike all the other hitting coaches who are getting fired year by year. So Brunansky's going to make it 3 or 4 years. I think this is his year, whether he's going to get canned or he's not, or he's going to stay for a long while. We'll see. He's got a good chance to stay for a long while because they were 11th ranked this year in hitting, and they do have some players that I am pretty impressed with. Okay. One of the players is a rookie, and he was their best player this year, hit 319, slugged 472. He was a switch hitter, and I think he was the leadoff hitter. Here at Moneyball Hitter Magazine, when we train players, even a leadoff hitter, we tell him he's really a three hitter, or else he's just going to want to slap the ball over the place. This guy Santana wasn't slapping the ball all over the place. He was hitting the ball, driving the ball all over the place. Okay? 319, 7 homers in his rookie year. Wow, his upside's going to be really, really huge. You know what? Hitting coaches, if you don't really know what you're doing mechanically, stay away from this guy. Let him do what he does. He's a natural. Okay? So we're going to consider him a star hitter. He only hit 7 home runs, but his slugging was so good that's star status. Okay? Now, here's the weird thing about Minnesota that's better than most of the other teams. Most of the other teams have 2 or 3 star hitters, a couple of role players, and then some suckwad hitters. Okay? Minnesota doesn't have that. They have 1 star hitter and like 6 role players. Okay, that will chip in from here and there, which is why they rank so high this year. They were 11th. Okay, so this is very unusual. I don't usually see this. This is very unusual, which tells me that their potential is huge, especially when they got these young hitters like Santana. They have this Vargas who hit 274 with 9 home runs, and he only had 225 at bats. They got this Plouffe or Plouffe, how do you pronounce that? 258, 14 home runs. Okay, good role player. You got this Dozier who only hit 242. Now, that's worthless, but he hit 23 home runs. Usually I would put him in the useless category, but he hit 23 home runs, so he's a role player, not a star player. He's not star. He's got potential to be. This Rica, 231, big deal, but he hit 20 home runs. Okay, so those were the home run leaders there, but they didn't hit for a very good average, which is fixable. Minnesota Twins, guess what? You are only 20 points off your team batting average and 20 points off your team slugging percentage to have a championship hitting offense. However, your pitching's not so good, so if you can kick it up 30 or 40, that may overtake some of your weaknesses with your pitching, where you're scoring 6 runs a game. You're going to have to score 6 runs a game with the pitching staff that you have so far. I know you're going to pick up some guys. Okay. So the good thing about this whole thing is that you're not losing any guys next year. Okay. Forgot to mention, you know, a couple other role players. Escobar, 275, 6 home runs. It's a role player because he's over 270. Okay, and then Joe Mauer, 277, 4 home runs. Joe, what's going on? Back in 2009, you get 28 home runs, 325 hitter, and you've been pretty consistent. You've been around 300, sometimes over, sometimes under. You're hitting 4 to 7 home runs a year. Let me tell you something. I'm going to show these people at Moneyball Magazine your hit-away endorsement that you have. You know these things that you see on TV and stuff, the hitaways and the swing racks and anything that you see on TV that's being sold and being endorsed by a major league player, do not go and buy it. It's some rich inventor who bought these guys to, you know, Joe Mauer says that his dad invented it. Okay? Great, fine. It didn't make him a better hitter. I'm just telling you, this guy's got just a beautiful, beautiful swing. All it did was shorten his swing up and use his hands a little bit too much. So Mauer, if you've been using that swing away for the last 10 years or however long you've been, you know, since 2008, why do you think your power numbers are going down? Get off of that thing. Okay, swing away, the ball drops down, you know. 9 out of 10 hitters are not going to be able to square up on a pitch dropping down from a machine like that. Joe Mauer can. Professionals can. Okay. But basically, it's just going to make you use your hands and squeeze the bat and that's probably what you're doing, Mauer. I don't know. You should be hitting 25 home runs a year. Why are you not hitting to your potential? And why are you selling this swing away here? I don't care if your dad made it or not. I don't care how much money you're making off the thing. 1 out of every 10 people that use that will get anything out of it. Other than that, you're losing the whole bunch. Nobody's getting better off your swing away. Okay? And Paul Molitor, shame on you for being in that commercial. I'm going to show it. Okay? And I'm going to show another video where you say, well, if you want some power, you're going to have to lay back on your back leg. And then on this swing away, you're saying, well, you got to be short and quick to the ball type of thing. Which one is it? You can't lay back on your back leg and then be short and quick to the ball at the same time. Even though that your swing looked like that, did that? Okay? There's some trickery in there. But I'm just saying, it's all confusing. Don't confuse hitters. Don't confuse coaches and stuff like that. Okay? I'm sorry. We're just going to show this stuff. And I'm telling you, it's just going to screw you up. All right? Some of you are going to look at it like, oh my God, I'm not going to listen to this Moneyball guy. I'm going to go out and buy that. I know you will. I'm going to show it anyway. Okay? I'm not getting paid from these guys like they do. All right. So that's enough about Joe Mauer. Why are you hitting 277, 4 home runs? You're just a roll hitter when you should be a star hitter, man. Come on. All right. So next year, Minnesota Twins. You've got the potential there. You're going to have to bring, you only got one star hitter. You're going to have to bring 3 more of those guys. Maybe it's going to be Escobar, maybe it's going to be Vargas, it should be Mauer. Who knows who it's going to be? You're going to have to bring Suzuki. He hits only 3 home runs. Come on. You guys need slugging to go on top of this. So you guys are like a batting average type of team. You need to increase your slugging. Okay? And from what I see about maybe what Molitor knows about baseball and what the hitting coach Bernansky knows about baseball, as far as hitting is concerned, I don't think your power is going to increase. You may have reached your ceiling of hitting 254 and 389. You shouldn't, because these guys are so young and they should be getting better. But if you reached your ceiling, shame on you. Twins organization, everybody involved with the Twins, if you don't do better than 254, 389 next year, with all that you did this year, you're all set up for everything. Your stances are set up real good. But if you are short and quick to the ball and your hands are going first and stuff like that, and you're all tight and doing the swing away swing, your numbers are going to be the same. And it's not going to be good enough to get to where you want to go. These numbers are not good enough. But it's the closest of most of the teams that I've judged this year. Just because you got so many good guys that really, really chip in. 4-star players. 275, 15 jacks or higher. That's what you need. That should be your goal. If you can't get somebody to get in there to help these guys get to that goal, shame on you. There was a drunk in the alley who could do it, and you knew that he could do it, you should pull him out of the alley and just throw him on the baseball field and have him teach your players how to do that. Okay? But you won't do anything crazy because you're too worried about appearance. Are you worried about appearance all the time? I'm not gonna get this guy or this guy in because he's not in the good old boy system type of thing. Are you worried about the appearance? Or do you want results? They made a whole movie out of Moneyball and how you got to formulate your hitting and everything. And you guys are close. And then here's a magazine here who's got a Moneyball formula training system that gets players to hit at least 30 to 50 points higher within the first season because of the methods that we know. And know all you coaches that are saying, who is this guy? What's he thinking? What methods? These are methods you've never even seen before or even heard of before. And you're not, if you saw them, if I got up and showed it to you, some of the secrets, you wouldn't even understand. So I'm not even going to tell you. And don't be coming to me with these emails and stuff like that. Who the heck are you to have this magazine and to, challenge every hitting coach out there and blah, 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 blah. Don't ask me who I am. I'm not going to reply to you. If you're really curious, you'd Google me. I've got over 300 articles out there, 150 videos, a couple of websites, testimonials coming out my yin yang. Don't come with me with those emails. All right? Sorry, I'm sorry, you Twins fans, that I got to say this in front of everybody. Okay? But I'm just telling you, do your homework, do your research when I come out with these things. I'm trying to help the Minnesota Twins. I'm trying to tell you how close you are. And I'm trying to tell you that you got some misinformation in your system that's just going to hold you down and slam on the brakes too at the same time. Anybody out there who supports or knows what I'm saying about the Minnesota Twins and you have validation, write us, comment us, call us, let me know. We don't have to use your name or anything like that. I want to know the inside scoop, what's going on with the Minnesota Twins organization. Okay? I like the fact that these young players are coming up here and being successful because I hardly see that at all. So maybe some of the Twins minor league coaches can give me a call and let me know what they've been teaching. Or maybe you just got lucky with a couple of players. Maybe that's the case too. That's happened. But I'm not seeing it with the rest of the teams. Maybe somebody really developed these players. Maybe you got some more guys coming up to be developed and you're really building something big. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. But I'm seeing something that I don't usually see in the other teams. Minnesota, God, you're close. God, you're close. Get a few pictures in there. Okay? And Molitor, a guy like Molitor, you could sit back and he's like God. You know, everybody will play for Molitor. You know, somebody's just probably going to have to teach him how to pull pitchers and stuff like that. It's not that hard to really manage a team and stuff like that. All right? I know he's in his 60s. Does he have the energy for this? I don't know. But a guy like that, all you got to do is stand there, for crying out loud. All right? All right, that's it for me for the Minnesota Twins 2014. Looking forward to 2015. We're going to show you some videos on Molitor. The swing away. Okay? If you guys want to puke with me, go right ahead. I don't care. Always have a wastebasket near you when you're watching my videos because, you know, it's not all hunky-dory. We're calling people out. We're not afraid on this magazine to call people out, and I don't care if you're a major leaguer or if you're a pro hitting coach or how long you've played the game or whatnot. This is pure science, form, and formulation that we're talking about. And ways of training people very quickly, the quick fix way. If you don't think that that's possible, don't come to the site. Twins fans, I love you. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the flip side. I say that because I think I'm cool sometimes. Later.